Hello, my sweet friends. Welcome to the Art Cake Coach podcast. My name is Cristina Revalo. I'm a sugar paste modeling artist, a teacher, a coach for cake artists, Cake Friends Day creative community manager, award winning cake decorator, and representative of international cake competitions. I'm so happy to have you here. If you are a cake artist, a cake enthusiast, or a baker who is seeking some help, in anything related to your time management, social media management, setting your goals for yourself or your business, your mindset towards your business, or even a few hints of how to be part of the international cake community, cake collaboration, and cake competitions, you are in the right place. So, welcome to today's episode. And because one of the goals of the Art Cake Coach podcast is to keep our community informed, I am so happy to introduce a new partner, D Licious Magazine. D Licious Magazine is the must-have international cake, cookie, and sugar art magazine for both hobby bakers and professional cake artists. You will find interviews, detailed tutorials, competitions, equipment recommendations, and international collaborations, all packed in this magazine that is supported with the biggest names in the industry and is honored to be the headline digital sponsor of Cakestar competition. Of course, is also one of our own partners. Well, you will find all the information about the Art Cake Coach podcast in this magazine. And this year, Delicious Magazine is introducing the Delicious Magazine Awards, the DMA, that launches this year, 2022, and is sponsored by Avalon Cake School of Sugar Art. The nominations are open. You can nominate yourself, you can nominate your friends. The awards are completely free, and artists and creators can nominate themselves or others. To commemorate, the winners of each category will receive a beautiful trophy and a certificate display their prestigious titles. Also, you can have the chance to enter the Cake of the Year category, which carry an additional prize package including a 1-year premium membership to Avalon Cake School and 1-year subscription to Delicious Magazine, as well as $100 gift certificate to cake and cookie planners. So, what are you waiting for? Be part of this experience. Get out of your comfort zone and be part of this award. Nominate yourself, nominate your friends, or put your creation out there. Thank you so much, Delicious Magazine, for being one of the partners of the Art Cake Coach podcast. Hello, my sweet friends. Welcome to another episode of the Art Cake Coach podcast. Christina here. I am beyond happy that you're back. I'm having so much fun this month with um, the social media month, where we're talking all about social media. I really hope that you liked last episode about the About Me page, the profile. I hope the information I gave you was of use. I'm sure it was, and I had some feedbacks about it, and I really hope that a lot of people uh, will benefit from it because it has worked for me. So I really hope that it works for you. Now, last at the end of last episode, I gave you a little bit of introduction of what we were going to talk on this one. So today, actually, we're going to talk about marketing. What is marketing? Marketing is actually selling your product, or the way you showcase your business or what you do in order to sell your product. Okay, you need to market a product like, this is it, this is what it does, it's good for this, you can use it for this and that, and then somebody will buy it. But what happens when we use social media for marketing? We need to showcase things in a different way. Remember, social media is a social thing. I've been telling this a lot in the previous episodes. Social media is to be social. When you're social, imagine a social situation. You are talking, you are mingling, you're, having conversations here and there, meeting people, getting to know each other. So social media works like that. You need to have a conversation, you need to talk to people, you need to network and mingle a little bit and talk about, things that have nothing to do with whatever it is that you're selling, but that will make people comfortable in your social media account and finally show the product in order to sell it. So when you try to sell on social media, is not like, because people don't like that anymore. I don't like it. So I guess people don't like that anymore. It's not like, this is my product, buy it. People buy for specific reasons, right? You buy it either because you need something or because you feel the urge to have something, new pair of pants or whatever it is that you like. You don't buy because I put a product in front of you, and because I'm putting it in front of you, you're going to buy it. You're just going to buy it if you need it or if you really, really want it. In social media, there's comes a third, let's say, a third character into the game, which is creating empathy. A lot of people buy things on social media or support business on social media because they have an empathy toward the business, even if they don't know the person behind the business. But even, I mean, either you like the brand, you like what the brand represents, you like the person that is behind this brand or this product, you relate to it in a way, you feel welcome in that social media account or in that community. So you want to have that product because it makes you part of the community. So there are a lot of things in stake when you sell on social media, that is not just need and emotion, even though it's the core of the purchase, a need or an emotion. You have to create, you have to create a relationship with your customer. I heard on another podcast once. I think it was Jasmine Star. I follow her. Love her business and social media podcast. I have learned so much from her. And she mentioned, I think it was her that mentioned that it's like dating, you know, when you start creating that relationship with your customers on social media, it's like dating, because first you see the person, you think, oh, it's pretty, yeah, maybe I go out with this person, and then you sit down, you get to know each other. Oh yes, this is nice, maybe we can go on a second date, I don't know. And then you go out on a second date. When you go by the third date, you're like, oh, I kind of like this person. Maybe I should give it a try with a relationship. I'm the worst person to describe this because I married my uh, best friend that I know since we were 9 years old. So I never really went on a date with him. But I guess that's how it works. But then you create this relationship, then you start loving the person, then you jump into the relationship until you finally, after I don't know how many years, you decide to get married. So yeah, I mean, a sell on social media is something like that. First, you show the product, you show your cakes. We're talking about cake artists, right? So we show your cakes, and you show the reason behind the cakes, and your narrative. Remember what we talked about before on the About Me page. You talk about your mission, your goals. What do you want? People start resonate with you. It's like, oh, I like her picture. She looks nice, and well, her cakes look nice too. And she talks about this mission statement of helping people. I like to help people too. So maybe I give it a try, and they start following your page. Okay, first step. Then they keep, they keep following you for a while. They scroll, they scroll, they scroll. They just laugh at whatever you put in there, but they don't comment until one day you put something that, oh, that I have to comment on this one. So they comment on a post. Then you answer back the post. Then the person feels like, okay, there's a relationship going on. I can, I answer, I made a comment. This person answered me back. So, okay, I like her. I like her products. I like her thing. I like her vibe. Okay, I can, let me check the product. Maybe until that day, that person never went to check your cakes or your classes or anything. But now there's a relationship. It's like, oh, okay, okay, let me check. Let me check what it is. And then you find, oh, she's teaching, in my case, she's teaching time management. I have time management issues. Maybe I need time management class, but not now. I still need to pay for the car or whatever. So Maybe next month. So next month you keep watching this person, or me in this case, you keep watching my profile, you keep checking on my Instagram. I keep offering something about time management until one day you are so overwhelmed. Remember the emotion and the need? With the time management, you just say, okay, it's today, I'm going to buy it. And there you have a customer. See, this is how it works. It's not like I have a course on time management. I have a course on time management. I know you have problems with time management. Buy my course, buy my course, buy my course. That's not going to work. It takes time, it takes a lot of patience from both sides. I think from our sides as business owners, it takes longer. There are marketing strategies, of course, that you can use to make this process less long and painful. But we're talking social media. And since we're talking about social media, I wanted to showcase just this part, how the social media marketing works. And it's basically what I just said. It's a relationship. It's building a relationship until the person says, I really need this, or I really want it now. So then they buy the product. Okay, so here are a few tips and tricks of what can we do in order to get this marketing strategy, or using social media, using our social media platforms as a window to sell our product, or as a social media market, right? The first thing, when I mentioned in the episode before, is I mentioned that you could do this even from the start if you don't have many followers. So you can start if you want to. If you don't have that many followers, you're just starting out. Create yourself a little portfolio of cakes or cookies, or whatever it is that you do. Create your Instagram, let's say, or your web page, or your Facebook page, that you're going to have that relationship with your customer. Where you're going to have that relationship with your customer, you can start with your friends and your own contacts. Okay, you can start by telling them, hey, I am Christina and I am coaching cake artist. If you are a cake artist, or if you have a friend who's a cake artist and need help with social media or time management, I'm here. Just like that. Knock on that door. What is the worst thing that can happen? They could say, are you nuts? Why are you coaching people now? It's like, because I want to. That's it. Don't give too many explanations. Remember, we talked about this before with the mindset. Do not give explanations. Just say it. Just knock on that door, say who you are, what you do. Okay. You can start, like I said, with your friends and your contacts. Then from there, some people is going to come into your social media, is going to check in, is going to follow you. And there is where you start building a relationship. Okay. You post consistently. I'm not going to say daily. You post consistently. I don't know how many times it's good for you to post, how many times a week, but you're there. They have to see that you're there, that you care, that you keep posting, that you keep the conversation going, right? So you build that relationship. Then you prove that you're good at what you're offering. How do you can prove it? You can prove it by maybe giving them a little freebie, like the podcast, what I'm doing right now. This is for free. This is for you. I'm giving you this information. I'm giving you this. So see, this worked for me. It can work for you. If you do cakes and cookies, maybe you can offer a tasting of your products. Okay. Maybe you can share a recipe. Maybe you can, I don't know, give them something that proves that you know what you're doing. Promise what you can deliver. Do not promise more than you can. Do not tell them, I'm going to give you a master class for free, because you're not going to be able to do that. But you can, have a tasting of your cakes with friends at home, and they invite other friends, and the word keeps spreading. So that could be an idea. Then, when you have your followers and you have your customer, you have not customers yet, you have, your social media, you have your following, you need them to convert into your customers. So the first thing you need to do, guess what, is not selling, it's pricing, and pricing correctly. I'm not going to get into that today. We're going to have an episode probably only about that. We did talk a little bit about pricing with Karen McFadden in the episode. I remember the name of the episode. Here on the podcast, I can leave you the links on the description. Talk a little bit about pricing and pricing your cakes correctly. So do that first before you start selling. do the math, take your calculator out and price your product. When you price your product, you know what you're selling and you know how much it is worth. So now you can meet your customer halfway there. It's like, I'm offering you this product that is this much. And I prove to you that I can help you, that I can be there for you, that I can give you what I'm offering. And that is why my product is worth what it's worth. So now that you have everything figured out, now is where you meet in the middle between your needs and desires and the desires and the needs of your customers and your niche. You meet in the middle and people buy your product. When people buy your product, they understand that you're not just selling a cake, you're selling an experience, you're selling happiness, you're selling an emotion, you're selling becoming part of a community. You're selling love in that cake. You're selling so much things that they fall in love with you. And you know what happens when they fall in love with you? They're going to spread the word and they are going to become your advocates. And they're going to say, go buy from this person because she makes the most delicious cakes and she's so nice and she's so friendly. And she even made a tasting so we could taste different flavors, and she put little notes when she delivered her cakes, and we feel so good about that. We're going to do an episode about that, little things for your customers. So that's how you build a sale on social media, or one of the ways, but it's the way that has worked for me, so that's why I'm sharing it with you. So you can actually turn friends, family, and strangers into buyers through social media. Make them love you, make them love your product, make them prove that your product is good somehow. Another thing that you're going to get is feedback. When you get feedback, you get testimonials of whatever it is that you're doing. So it helps as well because people is going to say, wow, is not only that it looks good, people are saying that it tastes good. So I'm gonna go. I'm a stranger, but I'm gonna go and buy this product. You can make your friends and your family, when they see you again, see, I told you I had this business and now my business is working. So can you just share my page? Can you just share a testimonial? And they can help you with that too. And like I said, they are going to be your advocates. They're going to lead other people into your product, into your business, and you're going to have a big snowball that's never going to stop of people buying your beautiful cakes and your tasty products. I'm sure of that. How do we do that? Like I said before, sorry, I'm like, I don't know. I need some water. I get so I don't know. I get emotional. Not emotional, but I get so happy with this information that I just like, never stop talking. So how do we get it? Let's go back to how we get it. Start with your friends and your contacts. Tell them who you are, what you do. Build a relationship. Prove that you're good at what you do. Give them something to taste. Give them a little bit of your product so they will know what it is and they will fall in love with it. They will buy it because you priced it correctly and they know now what is your worth, and they will become the best publicity that you can have. That's a way of using social media as a marketing tool. Very easy, very simple, and you don't have to have 1,000 followers for that. It's good if you have more, but you don't have to have 1,000 followers for that. You really, really can start with your friends and family. I don't know if I shared the story with you. I think I shared for an interview in a magazine. When I started my cake business, I didn't have a portfolio, but my husband here in Portugal has a big family. So I decided for a whole year I was going to bake their birthday cakes and decorate their birthday cakes. They just had to give me a theme. What is it that you want? Football, princesses, ballet, whatever. And I will create the cake, my expenses. But with that, I will take a picture and I will make, by the time I used to have a blog on Blogger, that was 16 years ago, 15 years ago. So at the time I had that. And what I did is every month when somebody had their birthday, I took a picture of the cake and I wrote the story. Like, this is Tia's Anna's cake because she's my husband aunt and she's really sweet and really nice. She loves flowers. So her cake is about flowers. And that year got me into a 15-year-old business of everything that I have right now, because I build a portfolio, I build relationship. People will call me like, I want Tiana's cake. It's like, sure. Do you want it the same? You want it with different colors? So and people related because there was a story behind it, and I start building that relationship. And by the time I didn't have like comments that you can answer back, but when I changed into social media, that happened. I started talking to my people, to my customers, to my followers. They became customers, and they spread the word, and that's how I had my business for so many years. Now it's a different game, but because I don't bake cakes that much anymore, but I'm doing this, and you guys, the listeners, and my community on social media, you are the ones that are spreading the word for me. Thank you so much for that. So if I can do it, you can do it as well. It's very easy, very simple. Like I said, there are a lot of other marketing strategies out there. We can talk about some of them at some point. You can have funnels and emails and newsletters. You can have a lot of things that lead the customers into your product. But this is a very easy way to use social media to become the window for your products, and for your customers, for your followers to become your customers. I get all excited about this. So I really hope this information has helped you, and I will be right back with the announcements of the weeks and to say goodbye. Well, now for the closure of this episode, to end up this episode in a good note. And like I said last week, I decided that I was going to introduce this news segment of the week as a weekly thing. So as long as I have news to share with you, this will be part of the episodes. So the news this week are quite exciting because we are about to be in one of the most iconic events for cake artists, which is Cake International. Cake International is going to happen on Birmingham, UK, between the 4th and the 6th of November. And I am so happy to say that I'm going. I'm going to go this year for the first time. I was going to go for the first time in 2020 when the pandemic hit. So that, of course, there was not Cake International because everything was going on. And last year things were still a little bit problematic to travel with all of the restrictions. So I didn't go last year as well, but this year I'm going, and I'm so happy to announce that. First of all, as a first timer to Cake International, I'm super honored to not only be competing in one of the categories of the competition, but to also be demonstrating there for Saracino. And also, I'll be doing another demonstration for my sweet friend Liz Burke Uncles, and I'm so happy that I have this opportunity. Even, I mean, going for the first time and having the opportunity not only to compete but also to have to make or to perform two demonstrations there. It's really it's a big honor. It's I'm very happy about that. And it's, I guess, is the result of hard works pays off. So I'm really happy. I'm also happy because I'm going to be seeing all of my sweet friends that I have known for these past 2 years online. We have been online buddies for 2 years, and some of us have become more than buddies, and I can truly call them friends. And I cannot wait to hug them and to be there with all of you, and to, to put a face on the name. And that's I think that's one of the most rewarding parts of Cake International. I don't know, I've never been there, but I think it's going to be one of the most rewarding parts. And of course, meet up again with my girls from the competition in Rome that we went last year. So we're going together again, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So there's a lot of nerves going on. Finishing finishing the piece. I was going to say the page. I don't know why. Finishing the piece for the competition, making sure everything fits in the box and that I can carry on the plane is like, oh God. So there's a lot of nerves going on, a lot of lack of sleep lately, but it's me. I'm a little bit of a control freak, so I have to have everything under control. And there are things that you just can't control, but exciting too. So I cannot wait. If you are going to be there at Cake International, please come and say hello. I am very not so good. I'm not gonna say very bad, but I'm not so good with faces. But if you give me a reference like, hey, I'm in Cake Friends Stay Creative, or this is me, or I did this collaboration with you, whatever, just come and say hello. Don't be shy. I don't want to pass you by and to say, oh, Christina didn't say hello to me. It's because I'm very clumsy and distracted, and my mind is everywhere all the time. But I would love to meet you if you go there. Just come and say hello to me. I will probably be wearing something purple. You know me. And I will probably be wearing something related to either Cake Frenzy Creative or even voodoo. We don't know. We don't know. I don't know yet what we're going to do, but meet me there. I would love to see you there. Of course, there is the Cake Awards also coming up. So, first of all, congratulations to all the nominees. I tried to get nominated this year for Cake Hero because of the work that me and my group have been done these past 2 years during the pandemic. Didn't happen this year. It's okay. Like I said during the episode, you have to knock on that door and see what happened. What is the worst thing that happened? Say no. Like my friend, I have a friend that says the no is guarantee. So it could be the yes. You never know. It didn't happen this year, but actually, in one hand, I'm actually relieved because it was going to add a little bit more to my nerves. And in the other hand, is an opportunity for a whole year of growing, a whole year of new experiences, and a whole year of working towards that goal. And the goal next year, and I'm going to say it here on the episode, is going to be there. I hope I'm not, you know, making a mistake. But my goal is that the Art K Coach podcast will be nominated next year for learning experience, and I need all of your help for that. If you like it, if you enjoy this podcast, just share it, comment, um, give me a review. Let me know what you think about. Download the episode so we can become bigger family and we can celebrate this together next year. So that's the goal. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna work towards it. I'm not saying it's going to be guaranteed, but like I said, we have to knock on that door, see what happens. So those are the news of about Cake International and the Cake Awards. I will be reporting everything that's going on there, and I will be making an episode after I come back with all the details, and of course, inviting my cake friends and my cake community to be there next year and to be part of these great experiences. There are a few upcoming cake competitions online in case you cannot make it to travel to a cake competition. You have the option of many cake competitions online, like Bybora Cake Star competition, which I'm the representative for Portugal, and people are enrolling. I'm very happy about that as well. And we have competitions for each country, which is very good because each country will win the opportunity to participate in the international competition next year. And we also have the international competition that everybody's welcome to be part of. I can leave the links here in the description of the episode for this and other online competitions like Cake Champions is going on. There's another one. There are a few that are going on. So I will be leaving the links here in case some of you would like to, take the risk and do it and get out of your comfort zone. And why not being part of a cake competition online if you cannot move yourself to another country and be part of a cake competition life, right? Another news, online school. My online school is having some changes. I decided that I'm going to change platform. So the online school on Teachable is going to close. I'm currently in the work of downloading all of the free content, so you can find it on my YouTube channel for free. Of course, it's going to be there for you, so my students don't are not left without any access to the courses and the classes and the tutorials they have seen. So all of the free content is going to be on YouTube. The paid content is going to be a different game. I will be giving news about that because I haven't decided yet what platform I will be using and if the content is going to be available all the time, but is going to be like seasonal workshops that you can do. You can enroll during a period of time and enjoy the activity, do the tutorial or the piece or whatever it is that I'm teaching, or the social media calendar, and then close the enrollments. It's going to be a period of enrollment. I haven't decided yet, but I will be giving news about that. I feel good about this decision because in other time it could have been I could have felt like a failure because I invested 5 years in this online school, but it's coming to a point that, in one hand, I have no time and dedication. Yeah, time and not time because I do preach time management is not having the time, is having the time available for other things and not dedicating the time that I should to the school. So I decided to change that a little bit and just to try out a different platform. So that is the news. I'm happy about the news, and I will be giving some more information about the paid courses later. And of course, I cannot leave you without inviting you to be part of my sweet cake family, which is Cake Friends Stay Creative, an online cake community created during the pandemic that has grown into almost 8,000 members to the date, and serves all of the cake artists and all of the cake designers and decorators with challenges, with the share of their social media links, with the share of their business, live demos and tutorials, the videos. You can ask questions and people will help you. It's a very friendly community, regardless of where you're from. Who you are and what level of expertise you have. It's a big home for everyone, and I would love for you to be part of that. And of course, you must, if you're listening to this, you must be part of the Art K Coach group on Facebook. Is a private group that was originally designed for the online school, but end up being a coaching group for cake artists. And of course, one of the homes of this podcast. So I would love to see you there as well. And I'm taking a lot of time by now. So thank you so much. I really hope that you have enjoyed and learned something from the episode about social media marketing. Think about the strategy that you are willing to try and to use to sell your products. There always have to be a strategy. And my recommendation is just pick a strategy and stick to it because it takes time to see the results. But once the results come out, it's not gonna stop. So I hope that you have enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for listening to all the latest news, and I will say goodbye as I'll always say goodbye to all of my sweet friends. Stay safe and stay creative. Sending love to everyone. Thank you for listening.